Well, it's a big show.
I must dig my dig in the mashed potatoes. Go hog.
This is a team sport. It's not a talent-based sport.
We got Bobby fucking Petrino back. If I'm honest with myself right now, it's a cool 12-0. Oh, look at that tornado.
Hello, baby. Oh, welcome to another episode of the College Football Tailgate. As always, it is me, XFL Jim, joined literally in person, Chase Nessum, the Wolf of Oakland, and of course also joined via satellite, Erik, Uncle Rico, Magoo. What's up, man? What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Just living the dream right now.
How's Wyoming? I've never been there.
It's beautiful and dry. That's how I would use to describe it. Yeah.
Dry as in no alcohol?
No, like it's physically dry out here. Like my sinuses have never been so dry in my life. It is crazy. You know,
I mean, dry alcohol is the only dryness I care about. If that makes sense.
No, they got plenty of booze out here. Yeah. Erik, you're running the show.
I know, dude. I'm a little nervous, dude. I've never been put in this position before, dude. I've never been put in this position before. So I couldn't get Bet Online to load, so I'm on Bookmaker. Okay.
Hey, that's what I used.
I'm on Bookmaker. First game, UConn Rice. Rice getting 10.5 at home.
Did you do anything with this one?
I did not.
I saw this one on the docket, and I wanted to get there with Rice because Rice has been a darling all season. I think UConn's actually really good, so I just stayed away.
We do have one question for Chase.
What's up?
How will your podcast schedule be with Breeders' Cup coming up? Will there be one big podcast, or are you doing different races each day?
Ooh, good question.
We're doing different races each day. On Monday, we're going to take a look. We're not really like doing any races on Monday. We're talking pedigree for the 2-year-old races on Friday. And then for Tuesday, we're going to be talking about the Euros with Malcolm Bamford from SGPN. So, and then we'll be doing picks the rest of the week after
that. Next one, Buffalo laying 10 against my Akron Zips.
I can't get there with Akron 2 weeks in a row, dude. I picked them last week. They did pretty well. I don't think they have the juice for twice in a row.
I got nothing.
Yeah, no.
The Bearcats of Cincinnati laying 3.5 to the Baylor Bears.
I got I took the over in this game. I don't know what it's sitting at now, but I got over 67.5. I think Baylor's defense is almost non-existent. Cincy's offense, since week 1, has been like one of the most powerful offenses in the conference, let alone maybe even in the country. Sorsby's been looking tight and right, and Baylor can put up points. So I think points will not be a problem in this game.
Chase, you got anything, my friend?
No.
Next game, going to Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Central Michigan's homecoming with the Chips laying 17 against the improving Minutemen with an over and under of 46.5.
No. Maybe I don't know if UMass was any other team in the MAC. They're like as good as UMass has been at adapting to the MAC and being like a MAC team. No.
It's hard for me to trust EMU with their rushing attack laying this big number, but I did not get there. Next game, going to the mountains, West Virginia, getting 17 at home, over under 55.5 against TCU.
Dude, I really want to, especially West Virginia in the mountains. This is another one that I saw. But West Virginia, for most of this season, aside from that Pitt game, has been awful. They've been so bad.
I got nothing. Another big spread. Georgia Tech laying 17, hosting Syracuse, over under 52.
I'm in this one. I am taking Syracuse plus the 16.5 at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's entire offense is pretty much hands king. I think Syracuse actually decently gets to the quarterback. They've already got 1 4 sacks for the season. And this is also what I like to call squeaky butt time for Georgia Tech, because they're still undefeated. They're looking really good at making a push to win the ACC. I feel like this is a sleepy spot against Syracuse. I think Syracuse might be able to get, not win this game outright, but certainly get within 16.5. So I really like Syracuse in this spot.
Jim, anything?
Nothing here. I was hearing him do the Syracuse bit like last night. I can't get behind. Obviously it's a great spot play. Obviously Georgia Tech's like backs are against the wall. They undefeated, hold the pressure. I cannot get behind Syracuse with the quarterback they have right now. I can't.
UCLA getting 26.5 at the Hoosiers, over under 54.
I know. Because it would have been tight. You would have been all over Indiana, and UCLA has been looking hot.
Yeah.
It's at Indiana, right?
At Bloomington.
Yeah, no, I did not. Maybe you could probably play an Indiana team total and feel pretty good about it, though. I don't think UCLA really has a defense.
I got nothing here. Next one. I really want to fade this team, but not against BC. The Louisville Cardinals laying 25.5, over under 54.
I am fading this team against BC. I'm going back to my priors, Eric. I'm going back to my preseason predictions where I believed in this Boston College Eagles team. I am betting them plus what's the number now?
On Bookmaker, 25.5.
Okay, I got it at 25.5. I love it. And you know what else, Eric?
Lay it on me, big dog.
Do a little sprinkle on that money line.
Oh, Jesus, Jim.
Give me a little sprinkle on that Boston College money line.
Jim, you're a dirty, dirty, dirty dog.
Wait till you hear my long shots parlay later. They're part of that. It's gross.
Next one, going down to South Beach, Miami laying 30.5, over under 45.5 against the Stanford Cardinals.
You can't do it with Stanford 2 weeks in a row, can you?
No, you can't.
They blew their load, so no.
Next game, Michigan State at home on Bookmaker, getting 14, over under 48. You guys, I got something here. You guys got anything in here?
I saw your boy Bobby said Michigan State get with the W here. I got nothing in this one. I thought about it. I could see. I don't know what Justice Haynes' situation is. It sounds like he might be back. I could see Michigan being dominant here, but also it's a weird rivalry game and weird stuff happens.
Look, I did it. My mom and dad would disown me if I didn't bet it. So I'm taking Michigan State. I took them +4. I got them +14.5 and +500 on the money line. Rivalry week, under the lights, Michigan State. I'm backing them. They're finally getting healthier, and it's really key with Michigan State because there's such a decline from their starters to their backup. Several starters are going to be returning today. Do you really trust this Michigan offense to lay this big number? Reality of the situation is they're going to have 3 redshirt freshmen and a freshman quarterback at a rivalry game on the road in prime time. That's a lot to ask. Michigan State's offense, it adjusted. Childs really struggles the more he hangs onto the ball. He's getting the ball out of his hands quickly now. He's also been good against the blitz because of that. Now, when you face a Martindale defense, what does he do? He blitzes. That is a huge factor. Healthier roster, home crowd, rivalry angle. Give me the dog here. I took Michigan State here +14.5 and on the money line +500. Next game, we are going to the Fighting Bill Belichick's, getting 11 at home, over under 51 against Virginia. What say you guys?
You go ahead.
I mean, it's simple. I had Virginia. I got it minus 10.5 yesterday. This Virginia team is pretty good, and this North Carolina team is pretty much a dumpster fire. I feel like this is probably a pretty easy cover for Virginia. So this is probably one of the things I'm most confident in for the entire weekend.
Jimmy,
I'm also on Virginia minus 10.5. I like him at minus 11. Everything he said, 100% true. Also, the emotional letdown for UNC of they probably should have beaten Cal last week.
Oh, that's the understatement of the year, dude.
Going over there, like not getting that win, emotionally crushed. And do you believe that this UNC team can recover emotionally and mentally? Because I don't.
Did you guys see the whole Mike Lombardi thing?
What about it? Him going to Qatar or wherever?
No, his big thing is he's a 3-time Super Bowl winner with the Patriots. But I guess the time that they won the third one, there was so much turmoil with him inside the organization, they let him go before they won the third title. And then Belichick went out and bought him a Super Bowl ring.
Love that.
Awesome.
So like I guess he's not a three-timer. Next game, Pitt laying 6 at home against NC State, over under 54.
This is a classic Pitt loss, dude. I didn't bet it. This is a classic Pitt loss.
I got nothing here. Chase, what say you, buddy?
Oh, hard pass.
This is a classic Pitt loss, but NC State sucks.
Big Ten game of the day. We got Purdue at home getting 1 against Rutgers, over under a 58.5.
It's not a bad over under. I mean, Rutgers defense is trash. They'll give up points. And you think Rutgers can't put up points on Purdue? The over is not bad. That'd be about the only play I would do. This is like Purdue's last real shot at a win. So maybe they get it. They kind of burned us, Erik. We got to burn us as a Purdue.
Fuck, but Barry Odom is such a bad fucking coach, dude. He is.
I'm not there. I've literally talked about this. The second anyone fucks you over, they're just dead forever. You can't get back. If you get out of Uncle Rico's good graces, dead.
If you lose because you do stupid shit, then you're dead to me. And they lost because they did stupid shit against fucking Northwestern. Next game, and I have one on here. SMU laying 3 on the road against the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest, over under 54. You guys got anything here?
I wanted to, and I would not fault anyone for taking Wake Forest in this matchup, in this spot. They're like the definition of feisty, and you don't want to play them. I have them a little bit later, and we'll talk a little. I'll give them my sprinkles when we're done.
Yeah.
Chase, you got anything here, my friend?
No, but I want to say that the over does look a little bit enticing. Was it 54?
The over here is 54, correct?
Yeah, I do kind of like this over. It wasn't one of my plays, but I think both these teams might be able to put up those kind of points, or SMU might be able to put up a lot of them on their own.
I love Wake here. Historically, teams coming off a game against Clemson cover just 42.7% against the number. When they're favored the next week, it drops to 41. Classic letdown situation. I really think SMU is just getting way too much credit for that win. Best win all season was against Clemson. Outside of that, resume is just not impressive. This is their second game in a row on the road on the East Coast. Wake is coming off the bye. This is kind of the same situation. Wake should have beaten Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech coming off that win over Clemson. Wake had that game, lost it. When you dig in the numbers, the defense of Wake is actually playing at a very high level. I think with extra rest, home field advantage, SMU due for some regression, sets up perfectly. I'm taking Wake here. I got him at +3.5, though. Still like him here at +3 on good old bookmaker. Next one, we're going down to Troy. Troy laying 8.5 against Lafayette.
I got this a little bit later.
We got Old Miss getting 5 at Oklahoma.
I have this one.
A little bit.
I couldn't really decide what I liked better, Oklahoma's defense or Ole Miss's offense. I do think Venables can kind of scheme up some stuff. If you don't blitz Trinidad, I don't think he's going to have that great of a time. He's just the difference between him under pressure versus him having time to throw is night and day. He's so much better under a blitz. I think Oklahoma's defense does come out here, makes things tricky, but I don't think Oklahoma's offense can do anything against Ole Miss. I just bet the under 52.5.
You ready for my hot take? If Ole Miss had last year's defense, they'd be winning the national title with ease.
Well, Eric, you thought they were going to be winning the national title last year.
Last year, their offense with Jackson Dark let them down. This year, their offense, dude, they were shredding Georgia. Defense been stopping nosebleed last week, dude. I love Lane Kiffin, dude. Watch your tone with me, but I'll fly out.
You don't think there's a little bit of turmoil in the air that he might be taking the Florida job?
He's not going to Florida, dude.
You don't think he's mentally checked out at Old Town?
Eastern Michigan at home getting 11.5 against the Bobcats of Ohio.
Eastern Michigan is a dog, especially a double-digit dog. I don't know what to tell you, especially against a MAC team. 3 boxes checked. I'm betting Eastern Michigan plus 11.5.
Bowling Green laying 8.5 against Kent State. Kent State at home, 48.5.
I have this one a little bit later.
I love the teasing, Jim. I love the teasing.
Yeah, we call that the tease, baby.
Western Michigan at home getting to Western Michigan at Miami of Ohio getting to over under 41.
I didn't touch that one.
Next we are going
Western Michigan on its pair though. They're doing pretty good.
Next week, Jude. We're going to my neck of the woods. We're going to DeKalb, Northern Illinois, laying 6.5 against Ball State, over under 42.
I got this one a little bit later.
How big is this? What? Jesus Christ.
Well, so Bookmaker, the lovely book that I did the teaser with, I'm just going to say they only allow you a max of 7 teams.
It's a boy maxing out teasers.
I mean, I'll just say Bet Online let me do like a 12-team teaser one time, and it was awesome.
Yeah. We got your your Nebraska Cornhuskers laying 7.5 over under 44.5 against.
It's already back down to 7.5. I literally looked at this like 20, 30 minutes ago. It was up to 8. I bet it last night at Northwestern plus 7. This is just going to be a close game no matter what. And then the stat that I've been bringing up, I think I brought it up last week, or maybe I bring it up in conversation, that once Matt Rule at Nebraska gets that 5-win mark through 3 years, he is 1-10. Straight up.
Jeez. Chase, what are you working with, my friend?
It's groupthink. We did our picks in the same hotel room. I think the exact same thing. I'm sprinkling on the money line with Northwestern. I'm also taking. I got them at 7.5 yesterday. It's good to sound, numbers seem to be back there today. So
I did not sprinkle the money line myself. I do think this is a close game. I think this is a tight game. Northwestern, historically, aside from like the last maybe 1 or 2 years, usually does play Nebraska really close to.
Our boy Sports Facts. Chase sounded a little rough. Can't handle a night with Jimmy.
It's dry up here.
It's so dry. Like my throat, all my nasal passages, everything is just the driest I've ever been in my life. My lips are just chapping. We haven't been out in the wind. It's crazy.
Just chapping. Just Arkansas.
You're not taking anything in Northwestern Nebraska, Eric?
What?
You're not taking – I thought Northwestern would be like a darling for you.
No, I think Northwestern sucks.
I love that you routinely get offered Northwestern tickets and turn them down.
Dude, I get offered Northwestern tickets all the time, and I always say no.
It's a beautiful stadium. I don't know why you wouldn't want to go.
In fact, when people offer me Northwestern tickets, I call them, I say no, I call them back, say no again. So I hang up on them twice just to show you. Arkansas laying 2.5 against Auburn, over under 56.
I'm going to play here.
I stayed away from this one.
I'm going to be a dirty not homer here because I'm betting against my team and I'm putting Auburn on the money line here. I would feel good about this game if our defense could stop fucking anyone at all, and I don't think that we can. I think it's probably going to be another driving to win it and fumble or throwing an interception kind of loss because that's just how we lose every game now. So I'm taking Auburn straight up here. The fighting Hugh freezes us.
Let's make money. Will Auburn show up?
That's about. I mean, if you want to talk about a team that knows how to quit, Hugh Freeze is like probably the worst coach about motivating his team.
Sure.
If I played anything in this game, it would just be the system play of an Arkansas game in the over.
Did you guys see that the lead official of the Georgia Auburn game?
Yeah, he got permanently suspended.
Permanently suspended. Thank you. Now just refund my bet. Next, Old Dominion laying 13.5 against App State. Over under 60.
See, I feel like you see the name App State and you feel like that's way too many points. And then you watch App State play and be like, it sounds about right. Like, they could probably get up for ODU. This is kind of like a regional game. But no, I stayed away.
Next, we are going to Iowa laying 9 against Minnesota. Over under 39.5.
I want it. This is like, of course, like Big Ten West, beat down, whatever. As good as Minnesota has done under PJ Fleck against Nebraska, I think Iowa does have their number. But that's
You're talking for tied for third place. Minnesota in the Big Ten, my friend.
I know, like letdown spot for Minnesota after coming after that dominating win. Extended rest, though, I don't know. I stayed away from this one.
Our boy C Spear 2286 chimes in. Hawks! Exclamation point. In fairness, he did go to Iowa, though.
I do think Iowa's probably going to win, and I think it's like one of those grinded out bad games because I don't think Minnesota's very good, especially offensively.
I think that's a lot of points, dude. That's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. That's the thing. That's just way too many points.
Also, the other question: who do you think will be the new coach of Arkansas?
Joe Brady, 100%.
It'd be very funny to me as a neutral observer. It'd be kind of funny to us.
You know, I also hear rumblings because I occasionally listen to the local sports radio, so I hear the rumblings, and I keep hearing the name Houston tossed around. Just like,
how old is he, dude?
He's got to be like close to 70, if not older. I don't know. I'm just saying, like there are rumblings about Houston.
You get all the fucking senior citizens up, and
Yeah, man.
they go to the games.
Let the baby boomers know who the coach is.
What about
Summerall?
do you keep Paterno?
That's what I wondered about.
Do you keep Bobby?
I don't know. He needs to win games, and I don't think he's got the defense that's going to let him win games.
C Spear chimes in. Does Kurt retire after this season? The Iowa coach.
I know we've been saying that every year that he's about to retire. Who knows? He's not. He's like kind of old, but he's not one of the like. He's old, but I don't know. He could retire any single year, and I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel that you say the same thing when you talk to people about me. He's old, but not really old.
I wouldn't call you old at all, Eric. You're young at heart.
Very young.
We got Kansas in a rivalry game against Kansas State, laying 3 at home, over under 55.
Sunflower Showdown. K-State is a dog. Give me K-State money line plus 138.
K-State sucks, in my opinion. I'm not doing anything here.
I don't care if they suck, dude. They always beat KU. Sunflower Showdown goes to K-State. How many in a row have they won? Huh?
I don't know.
It's something. It's like 10, and they've been bad for stretches in that. I like K-State.
You got anything, Chase?
No.
Bring
Southern Miss laying 13.5 against ULM Monroe, over under 49.5.
It feels like too many points, right?
That's a lot of points, dude.
That's a lot of points. Like I wanted to take ULM, but I stayed away. That's a lot of points. I would not fault people for taking ULM.
Utah State plus 3 at New Mexico, over under 62.
I wanted to get there with Utah State. I don't think I put them in anything. I don't think I put them in an over. No. I wanted to get there.
Colorado getting 14 at Utah, over under 49.
You feel like Utah's kind of like quietly, slowly, like falling apart, but not really.
I feel Utah's just kind of there.
Yeah, like they're like an upper mid-tier Big 12 team, not what everyone wanted to see out of Utah this season. Colorado could be feisty, but no.
Texas laying 7.5 against Cowbell, over under 47.5.
That's a lot of points, dude. I got a little sprinkle on that one later.
San Diego State laying 3.5 against Fresno State over under 46.5.
I bet over 48. I think we get points in this one. I understand San Diego State's been having a good defense, but I think this is a big Mountain West game. I think both teams are going to get up for it. I'm just going to see points. It's going to be back and forth. Come down to the wire. I'm going to say San Diego State gets a close win. They win by 2.
Okay. Next, we've got Texas A&M laying 2.5 against LSU over under 49.5. You guys got anything here?
I want to hear if Erik has anything first.
I found LSU +3 at a different book. First off, everyone, Texas A&M's in. They really don't need to win this game. This isn't a must win. This game is everything for LSU. When we look at these type of spots, Kelly's been money here. He covers at 72.7% of the time in night games at LSU. He's only been an underdog 4 times in a night game at home, 3-1 in those spots. When we look at his entire coaching career as a dog, Kelly's 62.3% against the number, with fringe spot from last year. LSU was up at halftime. Texas A&M put in Reed at quarterback. LSU was not prepared for him. Texas A&M came back. That did end LSU season. Then we kind of got to look at the number. The number I got is 3. So that means in a neutral, are we overvaluing? Because what is that? 7.5 point favorite at a neutral field for Texas A&M. That's just inaccurate. LSU's defense is better than people think. I think it's going to force Reed into some bad looks. I think they're going to be able to limit Reed, as crazy as it sounds. LSU 8-2 at home ATS in October. When you factor in the 90,000 people there, I just think the spot just absolutely screams for LSU at home. And Kelly's just a dog. So
I agree with absolutely everything you said. I was on the money line here. I'm going to go ahead and take the swing and say that they win it outright. A lot of my, desire to want to play the money line came from the fact that LSU has had such a good record at home at night. It gets wild down there on the bayou. I've seen it myself. That's why I went with LSU.
What's that? Texas A&M -2.5.
You got Texas A&M -2.5.
Texas A&M -2.5. Texas A&M -2.5. I think you guys are underestimating just how bad LSU is and how broken they are. I think they're really bad. This is like one of the worst offenses I've seen in a while. And their defense, while good, they didn't really do much against Vanderbilt.
Tough spot. Tough
spot. I understand.
I guess Pavia and Marcel Reed kind of compare fairly well.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think Texas A&M has the guys, has the dudes that LSU does not. I don't think LSU's deep. I feel like LSU's defense has been getting worse. Their offense has maybe been trickling up a little bit better. But I just don't think they can compete with Texas A&M. I would put Texas A&M as like a 7.5, 8 point favorite on a neutral site against this LSU team. I think LSU is not very good.
Next game. Temple laying 4.5 against Tulsa.
Erik, these are 2 teams I love to bet as dogs. So, which is why I have this one a little bit later.
Missouri getting 3 at Vandy.
Under. Give me these teams.
52.5.
I took under 52.5. These teams love to run the ball. They absolutely love to run the ball. You're going to drain clock like crazy. I don't see how. I just don't see Diego slinging it in this one. I think they're just going to try and run it out. I think Missouri obviously wants to run the ball. You're going to drain clock. Both run defenses are pretty decent, actually. So not a lot of points going to be scored in this one.
Iowa State laying 3 at home over under 49 against BYU. I got something here. You guys got anything here?
I got one thing.
All right, go ahead, Jimmy.
Now, this is if you're just playing the spot, this is obviously where you want to fade BYU. Obviously. I cannot, with how banged, I think Iowa State, in my head, in my heart, is the most banged up team in the country. It's all on Rocco Becht and these wonderful tight ends that Iowa State has. Their defense is decimated from where it was early in the season. I think BYU keeps this horseshoe in their ass and they get straight up win. I got BYU money line.
I took Iowa State here. I got it 2.5 in a different book. I'm just a fade. BYU's coming off an emotional win over Utah. Fans rushing the field, boosters paying the fine. Kind of win, brings a hangover spot. When we look at their freshman quarterback, Brackmeyer, he could become the first true freshman to start 8-0 since. Does anyone know the answer to that question?
I'm going to guess Jameis Winston.
I got nothing.
Trevor Lawrence.
Ooh. Shout out Bear Bachmeyer.
Yeah.
He's due for turnover aggression. When you look at his last 3 games, he has had a ton of turnover-worthy throws. Iowa State coming off the bye. Campbell's just a phenomenal in this spot. 65% against the number off of the bye. I think the defense will be a little sharper with the extra week to prepare. When we put a microscope to what BYU has done, they were down by 10 to Arizona, needed a lucky fumble and overtime to beat them. We look at the Utah box score. Utah outgained them. Utah was deep in BYU's territory, and instead of taking the points, went 0 for 3 on 4th downs, had 12 penalties. The numbers say BYU has been fortunate. I think they're kind of a fluke team. The way to attack Iowa State is on the outside. BYU really just doesn't have those playmakers to exploit that. Everything lines up for Iowa State here. So I took the Cyclones minus 2.5. I would still play the 3 if you can't find the 2.5. Next one, interesting game. I wanted to get here, but I missed the number. South Carolina getting 11 at home against Bama over under 48.
This one I got. We'll talk about this one later. I like South Carolina in this spot. Mm-hmm. I just didn't mess around with the number at all. I got this one later in like a little fun deal. I'll tease. It's not the tease, but it's something.
In what was supposed to be one of the G5. Oh, okay. So there must be something happening in the Memphis South Florida game. The line was 5.5. Bookmaker just took it off. So
I think what was it? Memphis's quarterback. I don't think is playing.
And like the 5.5 said that their quarterback wasn't playing. Maybe their backup was injured too. Maybe this means they're going to the 3rd string. But Memphis, South Florida was just taken off the board. Let's go.
I will say this: I did bet over 57.5 in that game. So a little worried about quarterback situation now. USF might be able to put that up by themselves, though.
USF is looking good, dude. Let's go out to Eugene. The Ducks laying 31.5. Jesus Christ. Against Bucky, the Badger, over under 44.5.
Erik, join me in taking these large spreads because I am on Oregon minus 31.5 at home versus Wisconsin. If you want to talk about a team that is just dead and given up, this Wisconsin Badger team are dead.
Like the over under is 44.5.
Well, Erik, do you know the last Wisconsin hasn't scored a point in 2 weeks?
It's insane.
I think someone on Twitter did a drive chart of Wisconsin's like last 28 drives, and it was all just like punt, turnover, punt, turnover on downs, punt.
Like Big Luke, he took what Wisconsin was known for, running backs and offensive line, and just totally said, F you, we're going to do it my way, and it's been dog shit. And
they're keeping him too.
Which is absurd. Texas Tech looking to rebound, playing Oklahoma State, laying 37.5 over under 54.5.
I would need to know the quarterback situation for Tech before I got behind them on this one. I think Oklahoma State's in a situation where they've quit giving up. They don't do anything. But I don't trust Texas Tech without their starter to lay that kind of number.
Illinois going out west, getting 3.5 against Washington.
Ooh, this came down last night. I think this was 4.5. So, I mean, I think Illinois is a better team, but I think the travel and the home field advantage of Washington this feels right.
We got Houston going out to Arizona State. Houston getting 7 over under 47.5.
It's the spot, Erik. I got to play the spot. I got Houston plus 7.5 here. I think they're feisty. I think they're a dangerous team in the Big 12. Arizona State, obviously they're going to be partying up after taking down the top team in the conference, who everyone for like the last 2-3 weeks was saying unstoppable. Give me Houston right here.
Big news. Big Orange is playing for Iowa State. He was listed as doubtful. I got one here. I actually took the Cougs here +7. I did also do a little sprinkle on that money line of +240. I just feel it's a great spot to fade Arizona State coming off that big win over Texas Tech. Game basically saved their season. Clear letdown spot. On top of that, when you look at their injuries, they're going to be without their best pass rusher, best linebacker. Potentially both safeties are out, and their best playmaker, Jordan Tyson, their wide receiver, is out. If Tyson is out, how is Arizona State exactly going to move the ball? Flip side, we got Willie Fritz, one of the best covering coaches in football as an underdog, 59.4%. Combine that with the track record with the injury situational spot, I think everything lines up better for Houston. I know Houston's got some questions on offense, but if Arizona State doesn't have their best linebacker, doesn't have their best pass rusher, doesn't have their two safeties, I think they're going to be able to move the ball. Next, we're going to Navy, laying 14, over under 62.5 against FAU. You guys got anything here?
Navy's like quietly having a really good season. They've also been getting lucky in spots. That's a lot of points. I wouldn't fault people for taking FAU, but FAU's burned me in the past.
I'm doing it. I took FAU plus. I got it plus 15.5.
I like it.
I also did a little sprinkle at the plus 500. Service Academies as favorites to score league just cover 45.2% against the number. When laying 14 or more, number drops to 40.4. Navy 6-0, but let's look at the resume. They beat Temple, Air Force, and Rice all by one score. All those teams are brutal. Air Force can't stop a nosebleed. Rice is struggling implementing this new offense that people are figuring out, and Temple is Temple. And also,
you watch it when you talk about Temple. They're feisty.
And also UAB, this is when Dilfer was still there. UAB was in that game. They
should have won that game, dude.
Defensively, Navy has struggled against the pass, 117th in coverage. Their top corner missed last week against Temple, could be out this week. Flip side, FAU ranks 4th nationally in passing yards, plays at one of the fastest tempos in the country. And I lost my notes. My notes disappeared. Here we go. And also, Navy is due for turnover regression. And when you look at their schedule, they got North Texas on deck. This is their game right before they have all their big games, which is going to determine if they can make the American Conference Championship. Look, I'm doing it. Give me FAU. I got them at 15.5. I played the money line too. I just think it's the spot of spots. Weird spot here. Toledo traveling across country to play Washington State, and Washington State getting 1.5 at home, over under 45.
I don't know how you don't. I mean, I didn't play it because I've seen some Washington State games and they're really bad. Both them and Oregon State are really bad. But I don't know how, if you play this one, you don't play Washington State in the spot.
Yeah,
home dog with a MAC team traveling across the Rockies.
Spread within a field goal. Yeah, I feel like that's a recipe for a home dog on the line.
Here's a quick question for you guys. How much are tickets, you guys think, to that game?
Like $8.
Washington State.
You get a free with the Burger King receipt.
I do hear Pullman's like a pretty good spot to catch a game, though.
Yeah.
When they're good, so.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking that up. I'll pull it up. The next one. Georgia Southern getting one against Arizona State on the road, over under 59.5.
Wait, who's Georgia Southern playing?
Georgia Southern is on the road against Arkansas State.
Arkansas State.
Butch Jones coaching for his job.
No, I stayed away, dude. I stayed away from that one. Couldn't get behind it. I mean, Georgia Southern and Georgia State ripped to me. Not played them this season.
I bet you I know where Chase is going on this one. We got Tennessee laying 7.5 on the road against Kentucky, over under 55.
I actually got it at 8.5 yesterday, and I still feel great about it. Give me Tennessee here. For one, the fuck Kentucky forever. And for the other, I don't think that Kentucky's really going to be able to handle this Tennessee offense on defense, because I think Tennessee does a good job of spreading you out and kind of like opening up seams. And I think that Tennessee gets the easy cover at home, probably by 10 here, but I like the 8.5.
I think last week people are looking into that Kentucky-Texas game.
Right.
I feel like that's more about Texas being bad than Kentucky being good.
It is an overreaction. I agree.
Ticket. I said, Jesus, dude, these tickets are going for like $50, man, for Washington State Toledo.
There's not a lot to do in Pullman, and they go out for their coups.
Colorado State getting 4.5 against Wyoming. Did you guys see that quarterback has left the program, the one that started?
Yeah. We took Wyoming minus 4.5. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Ooh.
I mean, we're going to the game, Eric. We got to root for the home team.
We're going here. Peace out.
So that's it. That is all the slate on the bookmaker. You guys got any juicy teasers, round robins?
I'll go through all my picks again. I think we should all go through them real quick, and then I got my sprinkles, and then I got the round robin.
Sports facts, Edley, like nicely put. You're better hosting. This is why, dude. You remember that stuff.
So my picks are Baylor Cincinnati over 67.5, Ole Miss OU under 52.5, Eastern Michigan plus 11.5, Kansas State money line, San Diego State Fresno State over 48, Texas A&M minus 2.5, Missouri Vanderbilt under 52.5, BYU money line, USF Memphis over 57.5. If you can find it now, it looks like they took that one off. Oregon minus 31.5 in the XFL Gym, a large spread of the day. Houston plus 7.5, Wyoming minus 4.5, Boston College plus 25.5, Virginia minus 10.5, and Northwestern plus 7.
Chase, what are you working with, buddy?
Robin, I'm going to take the couple of.
No. What were your just picks? What were your picks? Oh, we'll just go through the picks.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. We had Tennessee minus the 8.5. I was on Wyoming with Jim minus the 5.5. Syracuse plus 16.5. Virginia minus 10.5. Northwestern sprinkle on the money line with the plus 7.5. Auburn on the money line. LSU on the money line.
My bets that I am working with today: Wake plus 3.5, still like it at 3. FAU plus 15.5, money line plus 500, anything over 2 touchdowns. Iowa State minus 2.5, still like the 3. LSU plus 3. I wouldn't play anything lower than that. Michigan State plus 500 and plus 14.5 would still play the 14. Houston plus 7 and plus 240. Houston, anything over a touchdown, I would take. Let's go into our money line round robins.
I got my little sprinkles before we get there. I got my little.
Oh,
these are just individual teams that I sprinkled a little bit on them. Just a little bit, just a little sprinkle. So we got Boston College at plus 13.22. Just a little sprinkle.
okay.
I got NC State at plus 201. Wake Forest at plus 148. Eastern Michigan at plus 332. Northwestern, I did sprinkle a little bit, plus 228. Mississippi State plus 232. Missouri plus 127. South Carolina, there's a little sprinkle. And then Houston at plus 241. Those are my little sprinkles.
All right, we're ready to do some money line.
Now we can do round robins.
All right, round robins. Lay it out.
All right, so I got three money line plays, but I'm also going to toss in a couple of numbers here. So Northwestern plus 230, Auburn plus 110, LSU plus 115, and Virginia at the 10.5, and Syracuse the 16.5.
For my round robin, I got Wake plus 147, Northwestern plus 228, K-State plus 138, Mississippi State plus 232, Missouri plus 127, BYU plus 119, and Houston plus 241. Altogether, if you just do it as a single as well, which I always do, it's about 1,080 to 1.
My round robin, the best one I could find was at the old Hard Rock. Wake Forest plus 130, Florida Atlantic plus 400, Michigan State plus 500, LSU plus 120, and Houston plus 240. we gonna do the ladder play, or are we gonna do your teaser?
One sec. I have a long shot parlay, and then we can do the ladder.
Yeah.
So the long shot parlay is 4 teams. I took double-digit dogs outright in all these ones. At least when I bet them, they were double digits.
Okay.
I got Boston College, Eastern Michigan, App State, and South Carolina all on the money line. About 1,400 to 1 odds.
Okay.
If it happens, this trip is paid for. And then some.
We going to Sizzler.
So we should do the ladder play now. So we hit Arkansas. I forget what the number was, like plus 8.5 last week or something like that.
Yep.
So what can we do this week? We have 2 that me and Chase agree on, which is Virginia and Northwestern. I don't know what Uncle Rico's feeling.
You know what? You guys agree on that. That's fine.
Which one, though? Which one would you prefer? Because we got Northwestern to minus 10.5. If they're 11 now, I don't hate it. What would you prefer, Virginia or Northwestern?
What would I prefer, Virginia?
Because right now it's Virginia, what, minus 11?
Virginia is minus 11.
And Northwestern's what at this moment? 7.5 point dogs?
Yeah. I would probably prefer Northwestern.
You prefer Northwestern?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do ladder. We'll do Northwestern plus 7.5. Okay.
I mean, the bigger question, are you guys pre-gaming at the Outlaw Saloon?
And Laramie, we'll probably post-game at the Outlaw. I think I found a pregame spot that's like about a 5-minute walk from the stadium.
Is it the Poor Decisions Bar?
No.
Dude, that is a great name for a bar. Poor Decisions Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
And now for the stinky, awesome, great teaser. Let me know what you think of these, Eric.
Will do, my friend.
So I'm teasing Purdue up to plus 7.
Okay.
I'm teasing Wake Forest to a 9-point dog, plus 9. I teased Troy down to minus 2.5. I teased Bowling Green down to minus 2.5. I teased Northern Illinois down to minus 0.5 point. I got Tulsa up to plus 10. I got Tennessee down to minus 1.5. That's altogether a 7-team teaser, 8 to 1 odds, plus 800.
I like it.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is fun.
People are calling this like a slow day in college football. This will be a really fun day.
Dude, I'm excited.
He's super slow, supposedly.
I like it.
I like the slate.
Comment coming in. I was at Den's Gentlemen's Club. Worth the trip. Wink, wink.
Den's Gentlemen's. Okay, we'll have to look that one up.
From our boy Sports Facts. Sports Facts is citing strip clubs in Wyoming.
I trust him.
I think that's it, my friend.
I think that's it. I think this has been a great episode of College Football Tailgate Big Show. Shout out Eric for getting the job done, being the man. Shout out Chase for being here with me for Wyoming versus Colorado State.
Wyoming's crazy, y'all.
It's
like
awesome.
Being on the moon. I love it.
Saw a bunch of nuclear silos. It was really cool.
They were totally nuclear silos.
We'll see you guys next week for week 10. God, it's already going to be week 10. What the fuck? Well, we love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Kisses.